right, Mornin, welcome, one and all, to Season 3 Bracket Reveal. I am joined today by L Rock. We are going to have a lot of fun.
There's a lot to talk about. A lot of matchups coming, and there is so much dunk to be played. It's going to be outrageous.
Is it? I'm so excited for bracket, dude. I know everyone else is. We didn't tell a single soul what the brackets look like. Well, I mean, you probably could have figured it out if you were actually racing, but yet still, this is gonna be a good. This is gonna be a good time. Let's get started, shall we? Because we need to finish this before the weekly in 30 minutes. So, let's go. All right, bracket reveal time. So this year, compared to last year, we have two brackets this time. We have the top 32 and the beta bracket, which is the next 32. Compared to last year, we only had one 32-person bracket. The amount of donkers has more than doubled since last year. Now, if I got my statistics right here, which I don't have them pulled up right now, silly me, I believe, drum roll please, we had 84 people qualify for Season 3 to make Season 3 bracket. For comparison, we only had around, I think it was like 40, 41, somewhere in that range for Season 2. So a little bit more than double. That's pretty significant. So huge shout outs to like anyone new who's coming in, anyone who's came in from Season 2. Made this all possible. It's a lot of fun donking.
Oh yeah, just shout out half the bracket, why don't you? I mean, with that many new people, right? Our bracket is full of new people. It's crazy.
Let's move on, shall we? I don't remember what order these slides are in, so I guess it'll be kind of fun to figure out how they go. So, oh yes, here we go. So I want to have a big shout out to Sandy Beach. So we have comments from the Race Time race rooms for Season 3 as well as all-time donk seeds put into these wonderful little squares. So you can see, I like how Casino is big on the right. That's a pretty good one.
I thought we got rid of casinos in Season 3. I thought we cut those down, and yet they are just roaring. Maybe, you know what I think it is? I think casinos just really get people riled up, and they are ready to tell you exactly when it's a casino. They want you to know that they're after it.
I'm trying to find, I think Sarah might have been here. I don't see Sarah, but I don't see her. Someone was saying that Sarah should be in this, but I don't see her, but maybe I'm just blind. I don't know.
A lot of people getting got. They forgot bad casino. That's rough, man. That's real rough. Metal checks. Ooh, brother.
All right. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, top right corner, or upper right corner. I still can't see. Okay, I'll find her later. I'll watch the VOD. Anyway, moving on. Okay, we are going to start with the beta bracket reveal. And drum roll, please. We're going to go to the top half. We're just going to do a quick shout out to our beta players here. Like a lot of these players race like 7+ times out of the 15 qualifiers. They put in a lot of work, and there's some pretty significant players in the beta bracket still, even with that. So Slyke, for instance, the 1 seed, was a returning player from the S2 rounds. Shady Mist is a big name from Season 2. I think he got like 12th or 13th seed or something significant like that. Then you have Mr. Tea Kettle, who is the any % glitchless world record holder. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. And I want to cap things off with Dynam, who made a pretty spicy seed for etiquette earlier. Definitely recommend checking out that VOD. I don't know if you watched that either, L Rock.
Oh man, I guess I gotta watch that one, huh?
If there was race mod applications open, I would have let him in immediately. That's all I'm gonna say.
There are so many seeds to watch. It's so good.
All right, moving on. Here's the bottom half. We have Portal Man, who is also returner from Season 2. He's very good. Rydog's in there too. And I guess Andrea's at the bottom at seed 22. She was also in season 2. There are some other, like, a lot of newcomers in this side here. I just want to shout out, personal shout outs to my friend The Kirk Q. Came from Zooter. He started, I think, doing donk races mid qualifier and just happened to get the 6th seed in beta bracket. So pretty solid showing right there. All right. Moving on. Significant players not in season 3. We actually had 3 top 5 players not participate this year. Very sad. So Riley, Danilo, and Kuiper will not be in the bracket. They just simply chose not to participate this year.
I believe I saw Kuiper in a qualifier, and he got slain by a qualifier. I don't know what race mod had that qualifier, but you can put, you know, Kuiper's head on your belt. You
he claims
Kuiper.
that,
well done.
he claims, oh, I have to do my statistics works for the NFL, haha. But nope. I'm pretty sure I agree with you. He got slain by that qualifier.
Football, donk is life. We all know it.
Moving on, let's go. All right, so the season, oh, this is nice centering. Season 3 top 32 bracket race mods. Well, Nintendo Sarah is obviously one of them, and as we can see, Sarah has a reputation among season 3 seed makers, as we can see. I don't think there's much. Yeah,
she does not let up.
I want to clarify that all our race mods, they only press the button. They don't like pick or know like where any of the item locations are. They press the button. Sarah has a reputation in season 3 for making the worst season 3 seeds ever. Meanwhile, you got Flarga and Sniper Wave. Both of them did some of the qualifier seeds.
Some of them were disgusting. Some of them were truly unhinged. To be clear, and you should be afraid. You should be afraid when you see these people as your race mods. Be very afraid.
Absolutely. And then I am stepping into race mod as well because we need a lot of race mods for this. And then we have some more race mods for the bracket stage as well for top 32. Alta Biscuit joining us along with L Rock and UMed. This will definitely be a good time here.
I roll great seeds. I don't know what anyone's complaining about. I mean.
No, I see Spike in the chat complaining that UMed's in here. Oh, I'm so excited for you to see some UMed seeds, that's for sure.
We're sleeping on Alta seeds. The tales I hear from his seeds that he rolls, I cannot believe them. Some of them are truly unhinged.
He showed me a picture once where he saw 2 keys in hype chests, but then he also showed me a picture of a seed where there was only 2 items that were not part of the Way of the Horde tracker. So like there's literally 41 items that were Way of the Horde.
I did not realize 7 lines of JSON could put that much fear in me. That was a truly frightening image. Oh.
And you thought you were done with him, didn't you? He is actually going to be part of season 3. Our 8th race mod is actually going to be Riley. So he may not be in bracket competing, but he's going to give you some fun seeds, let me tell ya.
He will still slay you just the same. Hold on to your butts.
He's still going to knock you guys down even if he's not in bracket. I said he was coming in with a steel chair at some point. All right, moving on. All right, top 32 bracket reveal, and before we begin, I want to thank Hoyetly, who I can never say their name, for some of the provided race stats here. Big shout out to him for stealing those off, yoinking those off race time, I should say. All right, I also want to throw out there that we include a lot of these stats because enabled again for the season 3 bracket will be predictions, and if you win the predictions bracket, you will get the most coveted Discord role in our Discord. So make sure you join discord.DK64randomizer.com, make your challenge name the same, or hopefully the same if no one took it, and then that's how we will figure out who has the best predictions bracket and will thus win something, that something being the Discord status. I believe, did we ever figure out if it was Balam or Umed won last year? It was someone who like couldn't get the status.
It was a tie between Balam and Generic, I believe.
Oh, Blam and Generic, right. And Generic wanted to keep, had something else he wanted to keep. So, moving on.
Or maybe
right, Matt.
we made that up and we got to fix that. But regardless.
All right, so match number 1 is Connor 75, the 1 seed, versus K-Man, the 32nd seed. Now, Connor is a very, would you call him one of the top DK rant? Yeah, he fast. We'll call him fast. He's got like quite the list of accolades. I'm not sure what's going on with his profile picture, but I think K-Man really sums up what it's like going up against Connor 75 in this game.
Connor he threw his picture in a blender or something. I don't know what happened there, but he needs no introduction. The Season 2 champion is returning as the 1 seed to reclaim his crown. Here he comes.
He has been the top 3 for 72% of the races he's been. That is incredible. All right, moving on. Next match down, Piroki versus Mamgar. Oh, and just to clarify, the qualifier head-to-head in the middle is how many times both of these races were in the same qualifier together. So this means Piroki had a better time than Mamgar the three times they were in the qualifiers together. So this should be a pretty close matchup, of course, being the 16 and 17 seed. Moving on, Barry and Omega. Yeah, Piroki and Mamgar being newcomers. Barry and Omega, both Season 2 veterans. As you can see, they both participated in the Season 2 tournament. So lots of accolades between both. I believe Barry has a first place bingo blitz tournament finish, so that's a cool thing to own.
Is it... Barry is also some of the fastest times. I don't know if they might be unrecorded and not in race times, but he has insanely fast times as well. So he is definitely a contender on something.
But
any given seed.
Don't think Omega doesn't have a chance. They are 3-2. Barry barely has a 1 score advantage here. So it could go either way with Season 3. Maybe Sarah will make the seed. I don't know. Moving on. Beardbox versus Iron Fatalis. These are both new players, and let me tell you, Beardbox has really just shot up the rankings at the very last second. He came in at the end with a steel chair, got second place in the final qualifier, and cemented himself with the 9th seed. Very strong finishing from him. As you can see, he finished at close to the bottom of the beta brackets only just a couple months ago. So this is a really strong showing just to get the 9th seed. Big improvement from him. Iron Fatales, also new player, and they didn't really play each other much, so we don't have too much head-to-head information about them, but we'll see what happens. All right, Kilvaris, aka Sarah's favorite player to make seeds for, versus Mike Champ. So fun thing about Mike Champ, I thought he participated in Season 2, but then I checked and that wasn't the case. So that is a fun fact. Kilvaris has the best official Season 3 time with a sub 70, the 69-minute PB. So shoutouts to that. 140 races has been the top 3 for over half of them. Not much more you can say about that.
140 races is an absolute boatload. I mean, crazy. People be out here donking around the clock. You love to see it.
Mike has gotten a better time than Kilvaris once, so again, anything's possible in the bracket.
Anything's possible when the casino hits the seed. You really never know.
All right, Zorulda versus Hoyetli for this round here. So now Zorulda is the N64 no levels early DK64 world record holder. He kind of really started to win it hard for the random races kind of in the last couple months as well. He's racing 78 races, finished the top 3 17% of the time. Hoyetli, also a newcomer, has a 124 as well. Definitely no slouch. Only 2 races participated between both of them, and it's a 1-to-1 head-to-head. So again, this is another one that could go either way.
There's just coin tosses all across the first round. It's madness.
Now here is, I guess I want to call this guy the champion of Season 2.5. I know he didn't get the first place in the Blitz tournament, but King of Yami Makai has been absolutely sweeping the Blitz tournament since that time. He got first place in NSAC, first place in Kevin, finish as the top 5 seed here in this season 3 bracket, versing a newcomer as well, Dr. Salamander. Again, big difference in seeds, but 3-1 head-to-head, so it's not like guaranteed loss here for some of our lower seeds. So this should be a good race regardless.
Any given seed. Any given seed.
Any given seed. All right, generic dude, 7th place in season 2 versus the person who I can never say their name. Headache.
I think it's headache.
Headache.
Keeping it simple.
Is it headache?
It's a headache to say.
Generic dude's a season 2 veteran returning for season 3. Like I said, 7th place. Got a couple of nice Blitz tournament finishes under his belt. We got Headache. Again, he's got no tournaments, newcomer. Should be a good matchup. All right, and here we are moving to the bottom of the top 32 bracket. We have Mumbo Turgan versus Megapal. Now, this is a 2 versus 31 seed, but Megapal won an absolutely insane Blitz bracket for season 3 a couple months ago. I believe he won like 2 matches by less than a minute or something like ridiculous like that.
Definitely not somebody to sleep on. Pulls it out in the clutch, that's for sure. But Mumbo, I mean, what can you say about Mumbo besides the absolute terror of all the qualifiers?
Over
I think
two-thirds of races he's been in was in the top 3, and he's participated in 118 races. Like that, you can't say much about that.
Resident of the race time pre-race chats.
I will say he does own the unofficial season 3 record at a 64-minute time. The only way I say unofficial is because someone said it was a fast seed. That's the only information he was given, and he got a 64-minute time. So, doesn't count, but that goes to show you how quick these players are. All right, moving on. Etiquette versus Verdant Ash. Mr. 10th place himself actually got 15th seed here and 13th place for season 2. Verdant Ash, a newcomer here, but as you can see, has a couple of Blitz tournaments under her belt, getting 9th place in the Blitz tournament a couple months ago. So this should be a really good matchup, even though Etiquette has the 2-0 favored here.
Two seeds can tell one story, but all it takes is one to go the other way.
Yep.
2 seeds is not a sample size in DK64 Randomizer.com. I tell you what.
We got Camerson versus Penny here. Penny's newcomer, as you can see. Camerson, one of the oldest veterans of Donk Rando, has been here for quite a long time, since season 1. Camerson got the 7th seed here and has a 1:13 finish time. Nearly 2/3 of races they've been in have been in the top 3. So very solid player here. There's definitely a scary person to face in the first round. All right, we have Spike versus Cinny. And the cool part about this matchup is they both got 9th place for season 2. So in theory, this should be a pretty close one here. And as you can see, the head-to-head's 2-1. Should be pretty close. Both have a plethora of tournaments under their belts. Solid finishes by both of them. Should be a good match for sure.
I mean, season 2 is ages ago at this point. It's ancient history. We got dozens and dozens of races in between. Who has forged their path forward the best and will survive and advance? We'll see.
All right, and here is quite the new player here, Charles Jarls. So when this guy first showed up, within like a couple weeks, he had a streak where he was first place in like every race for like 12 races. Absolutely insane streak right there. And like, he definitely no slouch either. 69% of the time he's in the top 3.
I think if you told me, if you gave me one person that I could like not put in my first round, it might be Charles. This guy is an absolute monster.
I will say though, despite us talking about Charles, Yada has beaten him one time in the quals. Any given seed.
There are seeds out there that can beat him. They exist.
They do exist, so keep that in mind. Even if you're going against one of the so-called greats, you can beat them in Season 3 settings. All right, we're getting close to the end here. Obio versus L-Rock. This is a true 2-2 deadlock in the head-to-head here. Well, wait a minute, L-Rock. What is this 0% top 3 finish stat right there? What is that?
Okay, because they're out of 10 races. Calm down. I mean, hey, how am I supposed to compete with people who have 140 races? Like, this is ridiculous.
Just do more instead of.
All right, you know what? Why don't we put the stat on there that says that I have the head-to-head win over Obio in a tournament because I beat him in one of those blitzes.
Get wrecked, Obio.
True.
Get wrecked.
True story. This one is like this one's as pure a coin toss as I can tell you, though. It's going to be a wild one.
All right, we are almost done here. Alpha versus Xenernicus. So Alpha, I will say, was not participating in Season 2, but he holds the record of most races participated in across everyone in this tournament. 214 races. And, like, he still finished in the top 3/5 of the time. No slouch he's going up against goes Xenernicus, the world record holder, long time for 101% on N64, also has held the any percent record on the N64 as well at one point. He recently started picking up Randomizer, and yeah, this should actually be a good matchup here. Like, especially Xenernicus is a quick learner, so hopefully this ends up being a good matchup, although Alpha does have the edge here 5-1.
The death of speedrunning has been greatly exaggerated. The speedrunners are out here in force in this bracket, and they're coming for your lunch money.
All right, and finally, the final bracket match, Violet Pumpkin versus the Tudos, who definitely planned on getting the 22nd seed here, and also definitely planned on doing 22 total races just for this moment.
Unbelievable.
Even though Violet Pumpkin is the higher seed, I actually beat her in the restreamed qual match earlier, but she does have the head-to-head against me 3-2. I feel like this should be a good match here, unless I forget that DK was swinging around in the Chunky Cajun Factory again.
It truly happens to the best of us, I tell you. All
right, and that being said, here is the official top half of the 32-person bracket. So you can, I'll kind of stay on the screen for a little bit while people kind of take in where people are at.
Truly frightening. All these matchups could go either way. It's crazy.
Like, seeing like all these players, like the talent is so much higher than it was in Season 2. Like a lot of these I feel like could be toss-ups or just flat out like one could, like a lower seed could blow out the top seed at any given seed. So like we'll see what happens here. And
prediction brackets are going to go crazy.
Here is the bottom half. Take a moment to take that in.
Oh, brother, here we go. Here we go. It's going to be good.
So we have the brackets right here, and they are live. If Sarah or someone could post these in the chat. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, we'll get those in the link in the video description. You can click these. If you want to take the predictions challenge for the top 32 bracket, make sure you are in the Discord. Make sure your username matches what is in the challenge, and then make your prediction. And good luck. All right, I am done with this here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give us like 5 minutes to reset everything up. We are going to be doing Spike versus Pierogi today. The 10 seed versus, I think, the 16 seed, I think is what we said. This isn't a tournament match. This is just a weekly. People who are in the tournament, we are going to be sending dates when to have start timeout by at some point tonight or tomorrow. We still need to give people time to make some predictions. That will probably be open for about a week. So look around, and next week in start time we'll get you a more accurate date, hopefully in a day or two here. So that being said, we are going to jump off here briefly. We're gonna get reset up, and we'll see you in a bit.